Hello students, how are you all? Hope you all are fine and doing wonders at your home. Be safe as always. Okay, so today here your biology teacher Anurag is going to take the continuation of the previous video. The previous video we learned about what? We learned about photosynthesis. I told you that is the most important and one of the most wonderful process in the entire universe, right? And hope you understood that. Now in this video we will learn how does the plant actually do photosynthesis. I told you, do you remember tiny pores present in the leaf of the plant through which this carbon dioxide, which is one of the raw material of the photosynthesis, and also water is exchanged, right? So today we are going to discuss that. What is stomata? Where is it present? How does it look like? Okay, fine. So we'll learn that today. Fine. So I will share my screen. We'll go to one board and I will teach you that. 1 second. Yeah, I hope you can see. Now here you can see actually structure stomata. Fine. Now before going to stomata, I just want to tell you this. Uh, where does this stomata is present? Right. 1 second. Now this is the this is the picture of leaf, right? Here, 1 second, let me select the pen. Yeah. So here actually you can see a leaf. Okay, this is leaf, right? Now this part of the leaf is magnified. Okay, this section which you're seeing here is actually the magnified image, that's big image of that small section of the leaf. So this here is the upper surface of the leaf and this here is the lower surface of the leaf. Leaf is like that, right? So this is upper surface and this is lower surface. That is magnified and leaf looks like this. Fine. Now, a lot of cells are there in the leaf. You can see, different types of cells are present. Now, here, can you see in the lower surface of the leaf, there is an opening. See, isn't it? Isn't it? Now, these openings are nothing but stomata. These openings are nothing but stomata. Singular is stoma. Singular is stoma. Plural is stomata. Okay, so stoma, stomata both are same. Now, actually, if you take a leaf, you can observe more stomata at the lower surface than the upper surface. More stomata is present in the lower surface than in the upper surface. You think about it, why the stomata is present more in the lower surface than the upper surface? I will let you know this answer in between somewhere, and we will continue discussion based on that. Now, understood now where the stomata is present, right? So stomata is a leaf. It is a leaf structure, nothing but leaf structure. And you can see here, stomata is actually present on the lower surface as well as in the upper surface, but more in lower surface. Okay, it is not completely absent in the upper surface, but it's more present in the lower surface. So stomata is like an opening, like a gate, okay, towards the inner part of the leaf. Understood? So today we are going to learn about the structure of stomata. Fine. So let me just yeah, bring the next image forward. Okay, so let me decrease the size of this image. One more, 1 second. I will import another image, that's better. So you know that stomata is present in the lower surface of the leaf. Now we are going to learn the structure of stomata. Okay, yeah. Yeah, now here you can see the structure of stomata. Fine. Now see, so this is actually stomata. Both are stomata. Now this is the open stomata and this is the closed stomata. Open stomata and closed stomata. See, gate can be open and gate can be closed, right? So in the same way, stomata is open here and right inside stomata is closed. Now here you can see a lot of things. This is the part of the stomata. Now this bean shaped thing, so you can see bean shaped thing is nothing but it's called guard cell. So one guard cell and second guard cell. So this is guard cell. See here, it is labeled here guard cell. Okay, guard cell. Now this diagram you need to draw in your classwork. Okay, so pause this video and draw it. Fine. Labels are also available. Do it. Now I'm just going to describe the parts here. Now here, if you actually in 6th 7th standard level, that much detailed labeling is not required, but it's very good if you learn it. Now this pink, this violet color here, you can see actually is nucleus. Okay, nucleus. And nucleus is always very important. Not to learn about this part, just remember the labels. Nucleus. Now this green color, these things are very important. This green colors things, can you see? Now this green color things are nothing but chloroplast. Okay, chloroplast, which contain chlorophyll. Okay, so this is what makes the plant green in color. Okay, chloroplast. Now chloroplast is present inside the guard cell. Now this big space nothing but vacuole, which contains water. Okay, vacuole. Now the outer protective layer, this outer protective layer here is nothing but cell wall. Okay, here also we have cell wall, cell wall, cell wall. Okay, so these are the parts: nucleus, chloroplast, vacuole, guard cell, and cell wall. Remember the spellings. Okay, just watch this video and draw it in your classwork. Okay, so of course you draw in the unrolled page of the science classwork. Fine. If you have ruled notebook with you, use A4 sheet, draw it and paste it in one side. A4 sheet of course should be unruled one. Yeah, so this is the structure stomata. Clear with it? Easy, no? Structure stomata. Easy, no? Structure stomata. So I will share another picture. I'm not sure in a picture. I will draw structure stomata and let you know how it is done. Okay, so shall we start? So again, I'll share my screen. We'll go to whiteboard. Yeah. Now here you can see I will draw the structure stomata. As you know, stomata, what is the shape of the stomatal cell? It is bean shaped, you know, bean, right? Bean or kidney shape, you can say. So it is like this, bended towards inner side, and it is ending like this here. Fine. So this is one part of the guard cell. Second part of the guard cell like this here, bean shaped. Here comes back here, and there you go. Right. Now this is actually one second. This part here went wrong. I'll draw properly. Yes. Fine. So this is bean shaped stomata. Fine. Now here actually in the center part you can see this part, this open, this is the opening of the stomata. Okay, and this is called stomatal pore. Okay, stomatal pore or stomatal opening. Fine. That we will label where, one second. Now this bean shaped cells are called guard cells. Okay, bean shaped cells are called guards. Now this guard cell contains what? Green color things, right? Isn't it? These guard cells contain green color things. See, I'm using my computer mouse and drawing this, so it is a little bit difficult compared to drawing directly on the board. Okay, I'm not using any digital pad here, so try to understand my difficulty in drawing this. So these green color things are nothing but chloroplast. Okay, these green color things are nothing but chloroplast. So three more very important labels. Now actually these guard cells are surrounded by some cells, of course, right? So the here it is surrounded by some cells like this, then like this, like this. Okay, this. These cells are actually nothing but neighboring cells, right? These neighboring cells are also called subsidiary cells. Subsidiary cells. I'll write down this labels, one second. So the parts are, let me choose the color. What color shall I use here? We will use red itself or no, this blue itself. Now this bean shaped part, what is the name of the bean shaped part of the stomata? Yeah, it is a guard protecting the gate, right? So it's a guard cell. What cell? Guard cell. Guard. Guard cell. It's very difficult to write with the mouse, really. Guard cell. Okay. Now this opening is nothing but stomatal opening. Okay. Or you can just write stomatal pore. Okay. So I will just write now pore. Fine. Now this green color thing is nothing but chloroplast. So chloroplast. Chloroplast. Then the neighboring cells are called subsidiary cells. Subsidiary cells. You know my handwriting is not like this. Subsidiary cells. Okay, subsidiary cells. So guard cell, pore, chloroplast, and subsidiary cells. So this is a structure stomata. The most important thing in diagram always is name of the diagram. What is this? Stoma or stomata. Stomata. Okay, stomata. Fine, clear? Very good. So hope it's very clear the structure stomata. So actually, if you take a leaf, right, this upper part and this lower part. Lower part contains lot of stomata. Upper part contains only few stomata. Hmm? Why it is like that? I will tell you. See, during the daytime, a stomata is actually can be closed, can be opened. When it opens, water can get away from inside of the leaf to outside, and carbon dioxide can enter from outside to inside. So for photosynthesis, what is required? One of the thing which is required is carbon dioxide, right? So carbon dioxide is there always around the environment, isn't it? Isn't it? So this carbon dioxide enters through the stomata when the stomata is opened. Hmm? So carbon dioxide enters. Clear? Easy. Now water also exits from the stomata. So during the early morning and all, you might have seen on these leaflets, grass leaflets and all, it will be wet always. Why it is wet? Even normal leaves also, they will be wet in the early morning, 6 o'clock, 5:30, 6 o'clock, that time and all. Why? Because the water has come out from this stomata and it's dipping. That's why it's wet. Okay, understood. Now why it is present more in lower, and why it's present not present much in the upper? See, during the daytime, say for example afternoon, when it's very hot, that time sunlight falls directly on the upper side. When sunlight falls directly on the upper side, due to the heat, evaporation happens, right? So water can evaporate more if it's present, stomata is present here. So the plant will lose lot of water, which is unnecessary for the plants. So that's why the plant is adapted in such a way that stomata is present more in the lower surface where the sun rays cannot fall directly. Understood? So saving water. So that's why. Okay, hope you understood. Very easy topic, stomata today, which is very essential part of photosynthesis. So now question time. Okay, again 5 questions, 4 questions directly from this video and 1 question from the textbook. Okay, I'll share you the textbook now. 1 second. Yeah, 7th standard. Yeah, textbook. Fine. See here also you can see three-dimensional structure. I mean leaf part. Then this stomata. Okay, fine. So this page we have covered, and this page we just started. Okay, now one more thing I just want to teach you here. See, plants are not only green in color, there are different kinds of plant, right? I mean, colorful plants, right? Even fruits have different color. So you might have seen green color. Now, green color, green, wherever green color is there, that is because of what pigment? Chlorophyll. What pigment? Chlorophyll. Okay, I will write down chloro. Again, my mouse, sorry. Chlorophyll. double L, okay? Chlorophyll is responsible for the green color. Now in this leaf actually you can see yellow color also, isn't it? See, this leaf is yellowish, greenish color, violet color, isn't it? So different kind of color, different types of pigments are there. Even fruits, you know, orange if you take, and lemon if you take, is yellowish, orangish color, isn't it? So these are other pigments also. Okay, I will teach you two more pigments. Okay, three more pigments I will teach you. If you are so, because this diagram is given that. So there's another pigment called carotenoids. 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 Now carotenoids are actually responsible for a reddish yellowish color. Okay, reddish yellowish color. See, carrot, the color of the carrot is due to carotenoid. That's why this name came. So the name also is related to carrot. Okay, and carrot double R is there, carotenoid only one R is there. Carotenoids is responsible for the reddish or yellowish color. Fine. There's another pigment called flavonoids. Flavonoids. Now flavonoids is responsible for your yellowish color. See, lemon, orange, all these fruits have yellow color, no, ripened fruits. That mango, right? This is because of flavonoids. Okay, fine. So these three pigments is enough. I'm not going to teach you more. So chlorophyll, carotenoids, flavonoids. The most important is chlorophyll. This is responsible for the green color of the plant, which is the dominant one, isn't it? Fine. So this page, here they have given the picture, and here they have just discussed the different pigments. They have not mentioned the name, so I taught you that. Fine. So question number one from the video. What is singular name for stomata? What is the singular name for stomata? Second question. Which part of the leaf contains more stomata? Upper part or lower part? Which part of the leaf contains more stomata? Upper part or lower part? Question number three. What is the function of stomata? What are the function of stomata? What are the function of stomata? Fourth question. Yeah, let me think. What is the shape of guard cell? What is the shape? What is the common name given for the guard cell related to this shape? It is compared to which what thing? Okay, what is the shape of the guard cell basically? And the one last question from the textbook. Okay. Um, yeah. Now that question I already asked from videos. I will change that question from textbook. Yeah. Name the green color pigment present in the plants, because they are not mentioned about other pigments. So, okay, what is the name of the green color pigment present in the leaves? I put to show that page of the textbook. From there itself, it is there. Okay, 5 easy questions. Please write on the notebook and be happy. Okay, so Anurag signing out.